How's it going, and welcome back to their Marvel Snap deck highlight today, coming at you with a Sera Disruption deck, or Sera Miracle as it's sometimes called by some in the community. Headlining the deck is obviously its namesake here, 5 energy, 5 power card, incredibly potent ongoing effect here. Cards in your hand all cost 1 less to a minimum of 1. This cost reduction allows this archetype to have a miracle or big disruptive swing turn on turn 6, lining up your interactive bits or powerful cards in exactly the right paths where they can be most effective. Our disruption in this deck leans on Arrow, our second key card to control where our opponent plays out on the final turn, but it also includes other key format cards like Enchantress to disable opposing ongoing effects, or Killmonger to deal with opposing 1-drops, as well as enable our own Nova or eliminate our own Hood. Sometimes the best solution to your problem, though, is just putting a pile of stats into play. So another thing this deck does really well on the last turn is after you play Sera, you can play out Maximus for 7 power, Mysterio for 5, Lizard for another 5. Sometimes you have a Hood Demon to get into the mix as well. Easily put a 20 plus power into play if that's what's going to get you out of the situation that you're in. We also have that small destroy sub package like I mentioned with Killmonger, and we have Angela in tow as well as just one of the best 2-drops that Marvel Snap has to offer. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the game highlights that I have for you here today. I think they do an excellent job of showcasing this deck's ability to not only be disruptive in key spots, but also just put a lot of stats into play, like I mentioned. Remember, if you do enjoy it, to tap that like button and leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite game was. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I do deck highlights, other Marvel Snap game news, updates, and theory tidbits here 7 days a week, and you won't want to miss anything. But for today, enjoy some Sera Disruption. Control. Why did I pass on turn 2? Because all of my cards cost 1 less, and Sera is going to make them cost even less than that. So, I don't really have a big incentive to play things out too aggressively here. We're going to get to play this on 4, and then we'll, like, empty my hand on 5 before we pass it with Mindscape. Okay, so with Angela drawn, I think I'm going to snap them for starters. And then I think with Angela drawn, we're going to play Sera to the right. That way I can Angela in the middle and play cards after her. Go Angela into Mysterio into Nova into Killmonger into Enchantress into Killmonger into D-Man. And again, to the person who asked why did I skip playing a card on one of the early turns, this is why. Waiting to let your opponent know where your cards are going to be played has a lot of value and power in Marvel Snap because it gives them less information about how they should be playing around things. I'm electing to Enchantress their Morbius rather than Enchantress their Mojo here. Either could be right. Killmonger's gonna live up to his name here, though. So we're gonna get a couple copies of Swarm here, and they're getting nothing from us. Yes, unlearning that you don't need to be incredibly resource efficient every single turn in Marvel Snap is definitely a challenge for people coming from other card games. In games like Magic and Runeterra and Hearthstone, you're losing tempo if you're not utilizing your resources. And in Marvel Snap, that's not the case. Play the real Mysterio to the right here. The fake Mysterio will bounce back to our hand. We might actually play the fake Mysterio back out mid, defeat it to Carnage here, huh? Mysterio counts as playing copies of cards at all the locations, which means Luke's bar can say, hey, you can't play a card here, go back to hand. Opponent has 2 demons now. Well, that's a heck of a set of locations. Oh, I guess we are technically gonna slide to the right here in a second, right? So they could get power into Sanctum. Yeah, our real Mysterio is currently in the Sanctum. Mike is not a bot, which is why, again, when people like to say incredibly stupid things not based on reality, but just based on random stuff they're repeating off the internet, like single first names are bots, it's just like, just stop it. The number of bad and misinformation that's parroted throughout the Snap community is incredibly high. There's also a lot of bots that have other things. There's also a lot of bots that have names that are just like random characters of numbers or mixtures of words as well. Second Dinner made a point to make it so there are a lot of different bot names. All right, my Killmonger is still in my deck. Three cards in my deck, I get to draw 2 of them. You're gonna Yondu me again. 50% tap Mr. Monger here. Do I beat death plus a thing here? We kind of don't, right? I'm gonna be, so wait, so they have priority, which means when I kill the Nova, they're gonna get +2 from that. So let's assume they go Death Chavez here, right? So that would be 21, 24, 28 in the middle for them. And then I'm gonna have 9, 12 here. And I'm gonna have 11, 16 here. Okay, we're actually 9, 12, 12 to 28. And this is 11, 18. Or sorry, 11, 16. It's actually exactly a tie if they have Chavez. They could have Magneto, and it could also be, all right, I'm gonna go. They're gonna show me Magneto. We could beat Arrow. We lose to Magneto. Okay, we beat Arrow, right? I believe we're up by 1. Okay, sweet. First and only tiebreaker, total power. Victory. They're up 14, we're up 16. Thanks for finding me the Killmonger, Yondu. Game and watch. Now, the first time when I watched Ben Brode preview the game, no joke, I said to my wife after the previews that I said, I think this is it. I think this could be the one that gets me out of Magic. And that is definitely looking like it's the case. It's so uniquely good in a way that other card games just haven't been in a long time. Huh. Okay, so this is gonna swap sides here in a second. We miniaturized lab is awkward. We Mysterio left, and then the Zero swaps over to their side. And then we can like Hood Carnage here next turn. No, I think I want to eat the Hood with the Carnage. I think this is plus. I think this is plus 2 here is better. You think you might get bored of the game with the amount of time you play since you stream? I mean, I played a ton of Snap off stream too, chat, even before I was doing it as a thing. Like, even if Snap metrics weren't absurd, and they've been absurd for the record, in a good way, I would still be making some amount of Snap content just because the game's great and I'm playing it anyways.
Opponent snapped.
I think I'm staying in for this. We know this is a fake Mysterio because we gave it to them. We snapped on the... Okay. Okay. And then I'm winning all 3 here currently, so I guess we'll arrow right and then hope that stays the case. Was that a bluff snap? Chat, don't bluff snap in Marvel Snap. It's not it doesn't end well most of the time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Arrow is so good.
Victory.
Also, with like 1 Carnage, please. Central Park in general is not great for our boy Lizard here. Okay, well, the good news is Hood drinks for free at the bar with no name. And I think we go rescue into Sera mid, and then we have Enchantress Demon Max in the last turn. Wait, I think we snapped them here. Have a really solid rest of the game set up with just the cards in my hand. And that's one of the things. If you're someone that's newer to card games, one of the things you're going to notice I do a lot is I play out my turns in my head in advance. And trying to build a structure for, okay, this is what winning this game looks like for us. I think despite them taking the flooding, our setup here is still pretty good to win Atlantis and Central Park, so I'm just giving this up and I'm gonna stick to the plan here. You do need to be willing to adjust your plan as your opponent does things or you potentially draw cards, but having a plan drawn up in advance not only helps you play faster, but it also lets you, you know, have a plan. So Sera makes all of our cards cost 1 less, minimum of 1. So this will be 2, this will stay 1, this will be 3. Ooh, Gamora is really good. Huh? I was not expecting 12 power on turn 5. Rescue telegraphed that for us really hard, obviously. Because they have Mojo, they might not play something very large here. And then Enchantress could maybe get us the win. I might be right to retreat here. They might just like play a 6-drop mid and then we die. But because of Mojo, they might level themselves and then Enchantress gets us a win. Yeah, they have priorities, so Shang-Chi could definitely be a concern for them in terms of playing a big thing out. It's a card that's in the range of things we could be playing. Deep in the thing. Okay, they played 2 cards. That's good for us. Okay. Less good for us. That's 13. Are we good? Maybe? No, because no, yeah, we're good, right? So we beat this here because, like we said, and then I have 13 here, right? 7 and 6. Yeah, sweet game. Sweet game.
Victory.
I don't think we lizard into Sinister London. We'll just take the play left. We can rescue here, and then Mysterio will trigger both of the rescues next turn. Maybe that's good enough. Might also be a little ambitious to snap. Our lack of Shang-Chi makes Lockjaw scary on the opposing side, speaking of. Hey, Carcass Jack, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub, appreciate it. Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 different content piece ideas mocked up for when collector tokens go live. But I'm gonna wait to post them, obviously, because they'll be more relevant later. You need a more dedicated package for Deadpool to be good. Is the TLDR. Do I want 2 Killmongers on this board? I might, actually. I'm gonna clear the Nova locations, right? So I'm gonna have room. Is the extra Mysterio real Mysterio? It will not be, I don't believe. Is Killmonger good in your deck if the only thing it does is have a chance of killing the opposing ones? I mean, it also kills our Novas. Are you asking about other decks? It's contextual. The actual answer is if you think you want to play Killmonger to kill opposing ones, you should probably just play Hood and Nova. Like, Killmonger, Hood, Nova goes into a lot of decks. It seems to be a 5-power Mysterio. So visually, it doesn't have smoke, but at the end of the game, it'll be 2-power. FYI. Okay, so Enchantress is our best draw here because she'll turn off both of their Morbius. We're 1 and 4 to draw Enchantress here. Nailed it. Snapped. Ship it. I guess they have, no, we haven't seen them discard Apocalypse, right? They've only been discarding Swarms. Chat, is it ever Morbin time? Is it ever? Again, it doesn't flip up, but it also doesn't have extra power here, the Sinister Mysterio clone. You're second in the queue. Murray Isle, sign me up. This here and this here. I don't know that we're full playing for the raft, but I don't need Carnage to eat over here, so this is fine. Welcome to Live One Bacon. You can find my preferred version of Cerebro up on the YouTube channel. I like Cerebro 2 the best in the current format. Playing for mid here. Okay, we have priority here. They're gonna get to win the raft, though. This turn is unfortunate. I'm playing into the danger room. You stop their Carnage from becoming too large. Okay, good beat. Just like Demon mid arrow, right? I could be right, Demon left, actually. I might not need the extra power mid, and they could theoretically play enough cards with the Sabertooth that I can't pull them all into the raft. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to Demon left here. Are you doing 25%er now? Yeah, I could have also been potentially right to arrow mid in that spot, but I definitely should have Demon to the left. Ultron's a really good card when he's free, chat. Free 99 Ultron I would play all day. It's the 6 mana Ultrons that leave a lot to be desired. Thanks for being one of the awesome people that made it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, your likes and comments help videos grow with engagement, and be sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. I post Marvel Snap game news, updates, deck highlights, and other fantastic stuff here 7 days a week. We hope to see you back again real soon.